Hello, I'm Full Paragon, and this is your guide to the Arabian 2 banner. So, this is a permanent banner. The units will already be available from Summoning Picnics and can be pulled in any permanent pool. The two characters are light element 5-star units, and they're Matsumoto and Melissa. The welfare is a light darkness, who might just surprise you. So as far as Ali Barber and the 40 Isekais go, he's a boring but practical unit. His skill 1 is a tier 3 defense down, which contributes to team DPS just fine, and his skill 2 is a dark damage cut, which is not amazing, but it's okay. The real kicker here is Light doesn't have too many tier 3 physical attack buffers aside from Bestia Aqua, and hers doesn't last all that long. He has some recovery thanks to his skill 2 as well, so I think he'll see at least a little meta use, but he'll be far from required for the top 1k. As far as Arabian Melissa goes, she does have a weakness debuff. The problem is that it's a tier 1 weakness debuff, which is much less effective than a tier 2 weakness debuff. Her skill 2 is also self tier 2 agility, which isn't awful, but this is kind of mediocre. Light is a really stacked element with characters like Legendary Darkness and Bestia Aqua, or if you go the mage route, Maid Rin, and I just don't see this character ever breaking into the meta. Then we have Darkness. The Welfare Darkness here has a tier 2 team damage cut, which is pretty good, and her skill 2 is a self-gauge fill. Now normally self-gauge fill isn't that great, but this combos extremely well with her Mask Ultimate. This isn't an amazing kit, it's certainly nothing compared to Legendary Darkness, but this is a very functional Darkness that I think free-to-play and welfare players can get some good usage out of, especially in dungeon runs where you'd be taking a lot of dark damage. Pick her up and skill her up, as she is free after all. My verdict here is that you should keep the genie in the lamp. Don't be spending any quartz on this banner. Even if you're a whale, you can pass on this. Only true Leviathans and collectors really need to acquire these characters. Mitsu is okay, but he's far from mandatory, and that tier 1 weakness debuff just isn't really anything special, so I think you can pass on this banner. The next one, however, Vanir bursts onto the scene, and he will be coming in a festival banner at the beginning of December. You can expect to see him running alongside Megamine and Wiz, so I would save your quartz for this festival banner and see if you can pick up the permanent units during the raid up. Tune in next time and I'll explain why Vanir is best girl.